So hello everyone, welcome back to Neutral Trader, and today is 15th of June. Today is a Tuesday. We have initiated a trade for the next week, that is the last week of June. So 24th of June expiry, we have initiated the trade, and now the time is around 6 p.m. The market has closed. So let's see how the trade looks like. So in this payoff graph, you can see 35,247. This particular value is the closing price of Bank Nifty today. So this is the price. So if the Bank Nifty price moves around, between this two uh, blue lines that I've drawn, these are my break-even lines. So if Bank Nifty goes around in this fashion, right, we will be extracting a good profit at the end of the trade, right? So let's see how we have defined this. So we have defined a range, upper range as 35,897. That is our upper limit, and the lower limit for our trade is 34,803, below which we will start making a loss in the trade, right? So let's see. The maximum profit that we can get over here is 12,000 rupees if the market closes at this particular point on Thursday, that is June 24th. And the maximum loss that we will be making is around 5,068 rupees. For right now, I'll show you the positions in Zerodha. So we have taken this trade. We have shorted 35,300 call and 35,400 put, and we have shorted a total premium of around 987 rupees, right? And we have hedged that with around a premium of around 390 rupees, right? So it is totally a risk reward of 1:2.45 currently. Currently, the trade is in a loss of 215 rupees. So the estimated margin required for this trade is around 62,000 rupees. I'll keep you updated on this trade. Hello everyone. Today is 16th of June, as you can see here, and it is around 4 p.m. in the evening, and markets have just closed. We have closed just above 35,000 level, that is 35,003. So market has gone down by 244 points today. So let's see what happened to our trade. So this is the Zerodha portal, and I'll refresh these positions for you. So as you can see, uh, we are seeing a loss of 398 rupees right now. And since Bank Nifty has just consolidated and gone in one direction today, so there was a lot of volatility from the morning to the evening. So as you can see, straight fall till 35,000 levels, and then once again it becomes volatile. So we have seen some sort of consolidation today, and we have seen VIX as well going up. So I expect that Bank Nifty will be heading downwards. So let's see how our trade looks in this payoff graph. So in the payoff graph, as you can see, Bank Nifty is at 35,003. That is very close to our break-even point. Our break-even point is 34,803, right? So we are very close to that. So as market will break this level, I'll be selling call options from the other end, that is 36,100, 36,200 calls will be selling, so that we will halve the maximum loss over here. And as it continues to go further down, and I'll be selling extra call option. You can see all the banks are in the red today. From here, HDFC Bank is 5 points down, IndusInd Bank is 20 points down, Reliance is also negative. So entire market is negative. Nifty is also fallen by 100 points. So I'll keep you posted. Hello everyone. Today is 17th of June. It is 3:56 p.m. Market has just closed. And today what happened is we saw a gap down opening in Bank Nifty, and then market has consolidated for the most of the day, and near to the end of the day we have broken the day's low and tried to test the previous support of 34,500, right? So we expect more downside move. Let's see how our trade is doing. So as Bank Nifty opened gap down, there was a huge up move, and then we had down move, then up move, then again down move. So somewhere in the market we are seeing weakness, and Bank Nifty is trying to go down. And there was some kind of news over yesterday where the US Fed has made hints that they will be increasing the interest rates in the coming few years. So yeah, this is the after effects of that result, after that meeting result. So this is the India VIX chart. Today India VIX ha has been high all day, and at one point of day it has touched 16 level, and then it has crashed down. So this indicates that there is some more consolidation and increase in volatility in the markets. So let me show you how our trade has been, right? So as soon as our Bank Nifty opened at 9:15, we had broken our day's low. So if you can remember, our lower limit, lower break even for this trade was 34,800, somewhere around 34,800. So like I said, once 34,800 breaks, we will be selling 36,000 calls, 36,000 calls. So uh, as soon as this candle was forming and I was seeing some more consolidation going to happen, I sold a 36,000 call. I will be showing you that. So yes, I sold 36,000 call at 93.4 rupees. So let me show you the positions. So in the order book, you can see at 9:18, as soon as the market opened and it has broken our lower break even, I have sold 36,000 call for 93.4 rupees. And this I have carried till the end of the day. This was an overnight sell anyways, but I carried till the end of the day and I have booked it at 47.75 rupees. But the logic between this is, uh, for the entire day the market was moving sideways or it has gone down, so it was sideways to bearish market, and the calls which is written almost 1,000 points away, it will decay immensely. So we saw a very good decay, almost 50% decay of the option had been done. So as you can see, 93 has become 47.75 and we booked this profit. So I'll be showing you that. So 36,000 call, I have closed this position and we have booked around 1,141 rupees on this trade. So uh, because we are still below our break-even point. For our new break-evens was 34,700 almost. So I sold another 35,900 call because I don't want tomorrow to if it opens gap up and never comes down here, this call would expand to a higher value, and that will be a sort of a loss for us. So in that case, I don't want to be burned on that side, so I just sold 100 rupees closer call. So I shifted 36,000 call to 35,900 rupees. So that 35,900 call, I have just sold it at 55 rupees, 55.25, right? And this will become we'll see what happens about this tomorrow. So yeah, now what happened to the actual trade? If you can remember from the previous day, the ones, so yeah, so as you can see, this is the yesterday's screenshot, and here we can see a total loss, maximum loss of 5,068 rupees, right? And now let's see what is our new loss. So maximum loss on the downside currently is 2,545 rupees. It is 2,045 rupees. So how did this happen? So that happened only because I have sold 36,000 calls in the beginning, and then I've sold 35,900 calls. So in this way, I limit my downside risk. So even if the market opens, let's say, 500 point gap down, or there is some news in the world, and it opens very low, but my loss at that point will be, maximum loss that I will be taking is still 2,545, and I can still reduce it because tomorrow is only 18th of June and there are still 4 more trading sessions to go, right? So let's see how we can handle this trade and what new things that we'll be learning in this trade. So currently, as you can see, the maximum loss on the downside is 2,500 rupees approximate. But on the upside, if I sell an additional call, right? So the upside risk becomes undefined. So, if market goes against my wishes and, it travels in a high momentum towards the upside. Let's say tomorrow there is some great news and Bank Nifty just starts moving up and like it gives 100-point candles on the upside. So my risk will be undefined if it crosses 35,900. So in that case, what we will do is we will square off this call and we will let the position run in this profitable range. So by then, if it breaks this side, we will be selling puts, right? So let's see how the market is positioned today. So according to the open interest, maximum number of calls have been written at 35,000. So 35,000 is supposed to be a good resistance for next week, and 34,000 calls have been written. This is the maximum number of puts have been written at 34,000. So we have a range of 1,000 points currently that is being defined by the market. People have sold a lot of put options at 34,500. So for a short term, this 500 point range will be possible. But if market breaks 34,500 and heads lower, 34,000 will be a good support. So that is about the today's market and how market has positioned. And coming to the point, if market reverses, right? If market, tries to go in this fashion and touches here, this two lines I've drawn so that this is the midpoint of my trade. As you can see, 35,900 to 35,700, 35,300 falls somewhere in between, right? As soon as market tries to cross this level, only at that point of time I will be exiting my calls. Otherwise, I'll just hold on to my trade and see where it goes. So it will be an interesting week ahead. So stay tuned for the updates. Thank you. So hello everyone. Today is 18th of June and the time is around 3:45 p.m. The markets have just closed. Today was a very interesting day. Normally we have opened gap up since SGX Nifty was showing some gap up, and we have opened gap up, and continuously from the day high we have been sold into till we have seen an intraday low of 35,000, 33,916 almost. So that's a fall of over 850 points intraday. So if we recall the previous video, our previous payoff graph looked something like this, wherein we had a maximum loss of 2,800 rupees, right? Now let's see what adjustments I've taken and what point of time I've taken these adjustments, right? So I'll be showing you the new updated graph. Okay, let's see. So currently, right now, the maximum loss on the downside that I have is 1,380 rupees. That is the maximum loss. I've halved the loss that we had seen yesterday, right? So let me tell you. So during the day, somewhere around 10 o'clock, 10:30, when these particular candles were forming, right? I moved, I have booked my 34,600 put at 8,000 rupees of profit. So I booked these and I bought another put at 34,700. So what I did was I shifted the put buy towards the inside of my trade. So 34,600 put, I have replaced it with 34,700 put. So what happened in this case was it reduced the maximum loss by half immediately. Right now the maximum loss is 1380, and with that, at some point in the afternoon 1:35, somewhere over here, some kind of reversal happening over here, and I booked the previous call sell that was 35,900 rupees. It had almost decayed for 500 rupees and all, right? 572 rupees. So I just booked it and then I let this call be. So now the maximum loss we are taking is around 1380 rupees. So at this point of time, we have seen a amazing move in Bank Nifty. Today it was complete chaos. So first we went lower 800 points, then we recovered 800 points. So markets definitely look to be bullish, but at any point of time, due to global cues, there might be a sell-off, but we never know. So I've defined my downside risks to a minimum, and I can cover that within the next 4 trading sessions. So we still have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to go. So let's see what happens. And currently, if we see the open interest data for the last week of, that is June, so we are seeing immense put writing happening at 34,500, and the maximum calls are written at 35,000, right? So the market can consolidate for some time between these and eventually head higher based on today's price action at the end of the day. So let's see how the trade goes further. And to our advantage, we have seen VIX touching 16.5 today at the lowest point where Bank Nifty had touched almost 33,900. The VIX touched almost 16.5, and from there it came crashing down to 14.5. So actually, on a close to close basis, the VIX has fallen by 3%. So you can see here the VIX has fallen by 3.21%. Coming to the positions, so we booked this 8,000 rupees on the 34,600 puts, and we have booked 572 rupees on the 35,900 calls. So on, like, in the next part of the video, you will be seeing an addition. This total loss, total over here would be more than 7,000 rupees in loss you will be seeing, but the actual profit or loss of the trade is shown here, since this is where I've defined my strategy, and currently this trade is sitting on a profit of 1,257 rupees. Let's see what happens on the Monday. For now, the payoff graph looks like this. Our downside risk is defined and our upside risk is also defined. Let's see. Thank you. Hello guys, welcome back to the next part, and today is 21st of June and it is 4:15 p.m. in the evening. Markets have just closed, and today we have opened a gap down. Bank Nifty opened 500 points gap down, and from the day's low we have covered almost 1,000 points on the upside. So in a way we have entered our maximum profitability zone, that is in between these two lines. So as long as Bank Nifty stays in between these two lines, we will still be making a good profit. And currently, let me show you what my positions look like. On Zerodha, my positions are as follows, and it shows a loss of 7,578, but we need not worry because we have already booked 8,000 plus rupees in the on Friday, right? So I'll just show you that. So this is a console and this is a back office in Zerodha, and I've put the date range as 16th of June to 21st of June, basically from the starting day of the trade to today. And as you can see, we already have booked 9,773 rupees. So if you put the difference, we are actually sitting on a profit. If we had to close the positions today, we are sitting on a profit of 2,267 rupees, right? So yes. So let's look at this blue line that's passing through this graph, right? This blue line is our at the moment, at any time, this blue line will, the intersection of blue line with this dotted green line vertical will indicate the profit that you are going to make at any point of time. So even if the market is at this point, that is 32,000 somewhere, I'll be making a loss of 1,374 rupees. But right now, the market is at 34,871. That is, this is the closing price of Bank Nifty, and at the intersection, I'm actually making a profit of 2,267 rupees, right? And the only problem is that if we head further ahead, like somewhere closer to 35,100, 35,200, I'll start making a loss because I have sold the call option that I've sold will start leaking money. Basically, this particular option that I've sold as an adjustment, since market has backfired on us for this call, so it will start to expand. It has already started expanding. I have been watching it since morning today. It has not decayed as much as it should, and since the market was in such a good momentum towards the upside, so a lot of people have bought 35,700 call option and the price has spiked, right? So not to worry, if 35,000 is broken or 35,100 is broken, I'll be closing that position and I'll be waiting for I'll just leave the positions then, because the loss on the downside is defined and reduced to very much minimal amount, and on the upside we'll just wait because it is going to be our maximum profitable zone, as well as we will be facing many resistances at this point. So if the market opens above 35,000 tomorrow, the nearest resistance that it will be having is around 35,400, which it will take some time to break it, and probably tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we might see another up move. So yeah, the market might move somewhat like this. So let's see what happens, and I'll keep you posted on this. Hello everyone, today is 24th June and today is expiry day and it is around 1 o'clock, but I'm making this video a bit later because I didn't make this, I was busy sometime before, so I'm making this now. So on 22nd June, what happened is we opened gap up and market tried to sustain the upper levels, but profit booking came, and this was mainly because Nifty touched all-time high once again. It was very close to all-time high, and Nifty started profit booking, and hence Bank Nifty just followed. In the morning, since we opened gap up, the call hedge that I had taken, which was around 47 rupees, I had shorted the call as an adjustment, right? That had expanded due to an IV spike up to 97. So I squared it off around 97, 93 rupees, and then the IV cooled down, and even though markets moved higher, that call never touched 97. So that was kind of it wasn't a good move. I should have waited for another 10 minutes. That was the mistake that I made. But nevertheless, we left the trade. The trade was anyways in a good profit after all the adjustments, uh, after crazy moves in Bank Nifty going down 500 points, 100 again gap down 500, again recovering 500 points. Bank Nifty was all over the place. Even then, we extracted a good profit on this trade. So let me tell you at which point. And around 12:50, when Bank Nifty just broke 35,000 level, I exited the trade because at this point I knew there was no holding on to the trade, because now my loss side expectation, like the maximum loss that I was taking on the downside, was around 2,500 rupees, and that was not worth fighting because I'm already having a 2,500 rupees profit. Around 2,500 running profit was going on. So then what I did was I just exited all the positions, and Bank Nifty just went going down with no hope of recovery. So even on 23rd, that was yesterday, Bank Nifty was very sideways and still negative. Only today, Bank Nifty is showing some positive signs due to AGM meeting, and it would be interesting to hold it. I would have held the entire position if I did not exit this 35,700 call. I would have held it till today, but nevertheless we exited with a okay profit, and I'll just show you the positions. So yeah, this is how the positions look like, and this is the profit and loss. As you can see, the 35,700 call I had exited at 93.15, and the loss is around 1,137. But no worries, because we had already covered that loss at 36,000 calls here during the initial time itself. So nevertheless, we at the M2M profit is around 2,281 rupees. I'll be showing this even on my Zerodha back office. So this is the June month profit, but we will be seeing only for our trade that was from 16th of June till today. So I'll execute that, and now you can see that we have had a profit of 2,281.25 rupees, which is exactly what this is showing, right? 2,281.5. So the Obstra profit actually is your actual profit in the trade, and the charges that we got is around 330 rupees. So the net profit is around 2,000 rupees, that is 1950 rupees. So that's it for this trade, and stay tuned for the upcoming trades, and I'll keep you updated. Thank you.